guys, you are in my home right now, and as you can see, we've got just a bunch of supplements going on right now. I'm actually gonna take a video and talk about everything that I use for recovery. I take these supplements every single day, and I get so many questions about them, but I feel like there's just like, it's hard to really get in depth without actually showing you what I take. So I haven't taken any supplements today because I really wanted to take them with you guys, and I'll show you kind of like what I like to mix together and when I use it, what time of day I use it. So let's just get right into it. First of all, every single day, I start off my day by taking some vitamins. And I will come around and show you. So the first thing that we're gonna take is our Extreme Endurance. I take 3 of these in the morning and 3 at night. This is actually why X Endurance even started their company. It is incredible. It helps with performance, recovery, and it really helps with like lactic acid buildup. So it helps block inhibitors that are gonna cause lactic acid buildup. And seriously, like, it's amazing. So I'm gonna take 3 a day, but I like to take all of my pills at the exact same time. So the next one we're gonna do is Joint 4, glucosamine, chondroitin, boswellia, and MSM. Those are 4 essential ingredients that's just gonna help with joint health. I take these every single day. Honestly, it's a cleanup method. When I sprained my ankle, it really helped get me back on track, keep my health alive, and honestly, just with like my joint movement, joint health, it's just like amazing. All right, omega and D3. So I have a friend who told me about how athletes, there was a study that showed that athletes that didn't get enough vitamin D and then they ended up getting enough vitamin D, they increased their performance by 50%. Like, she was mind blown, and she was like, Chari, you have to start taking vitamin D. And it was actually before I had even started with X Endurance. And I was like, okay, like, I'll start. I started taking X Endurance and started really taking my vitamins seriously and taking my D3. And honestly, my mood is what I mostly noticed that improved so much. And I think because my mood improved, I just had a better experience, and so I started having more fun at practice. I felt like I was just getting a lot of nutrients more into my body. My body felt a lot better, and my improvement of my performance went up as well. We're gonna add that. And then we have my holy grail of vitamins. If you're not gonna take any other things that I tell you to take, I would recommend Immune Boost. I have taken multivitamins before from many other companies, and I have never had results like I've had with Immune Boost. First of all, I hardly ever get sick. I did have a cold a while ago, but honestly, like, the cold I feel like should have been so much worse than it was. And it was the first time I had gotten sick in 2 years, and there was a lot of other things going on. So X Endurance Immune Boost, it has helped my actual immune system. Like, I was the person that got sick every single day. And like, I haven't gotten the flu in over 2 years, and I was somebody who gets the flu like 3 times a year. My hair grows like mad when I take this. In fact, I have a lot of people who ask me like, do you take like a multivitamin because your hair just grows like crazy? Yes, I do. And it's amazing. So we have our first level of vitamins right here. I just like to scoop them up. I take them every morning and every single night. So I'm gonna grab some water. A lot of people like to take vitamins kind of just like one at a time, but one of my party tricks is I just like easy peasy. And also, can we talk about that catch for a second? Like, I feel like we need to like replay that like slowly, like, ooh, perfect catch, like amazing. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about pre-workouts. So when I think about pre-workout at first, I used to think about taking like a shot of pre-workout and then just like feeling like incredibly jittery. That's not what this is at all. The whole point of the pre-workout here, it's really about like recovery, and it's about like making your workout last longer. It's called Fuel 5. The reason it's called Fuel 5 is because there's 5 different types of carbs that get you through the workout. There's fast burning carbs and there's slow burning carbs. And this one kind of just has like a mix of all of them that can get you all the way through your workout. I like to drink this right before I work out. It's really good as a recovery drink as well. And then I also take it with me during practice to try to just like kind of give myself just like a little bit extra, because sometimes 7-hour practices days, you don't have time to just eat a ton of meals. So I can have like a little bit of snacks and then obviously my Fuel 5. You can also get the Fuel 5 Plus, which is basically the exact same thing, except for it does have a burst of energy and caffeine, but the caffeine is from green tea leaves. So it's not really like that, like, I don't know, like the best way to describe it is, you know that Over the Hedge character that drinks like the caffeine and then he's basically just like walking slowly while time is still. Like that's how I feel when I drink like a super heavily caffeinated drink. I just feel like buzzed. Like this isn't gonna really give you that buzz feeling. It's more gonna give you like that focused, full, like good energy feeling. Like that's why I like it. It's just like a little bit like cleaner. It's a little bit, I don't know, better for me. So let's put a scoop in. I have some water right now. We'll put a nice scoop in here. And then I like to mix this with a hydro stick. The hydro sticks are literally, this is just grape flavored. I mean, I love the grape flavor, but I like to mix these two together. I think the flavor with that is just like, it's really good, and I like it better. The Hydro X is just gonna be a shot of electrolytes, really good for hydration. I'm really like a fan of like drinking like a ton of water, but it's super important that you're not just drinking water. You definitely need, electrolytes in that mix. And if you're not getting those electrolytes, then it smells so good. Like seriously, this stuff smells delicious. It's like, it reminds me of like, this is gonna like make me sound super weird, but you know, it reminds me of like when you're young and you have the candy like wrappers or something, like you have like the bubble gum, and it's just like when it's over that like tin, it smells so good. You're like, oh, like this smells so good. That's like what this reminds me of. But yeah, so this combination, like I really like it just because it keeps you full. Like I feel like it's a really good, even just like an appetite suppressant for your day. Like I love it. So yeah, cheers. We're gonna do the Collagen and Greens next. This is another one that's super good for hair growth and skin and like all of that. And it's just, I mean, I feel like if there's something that's really good for your skin and your hair and your nails and all of that, that means it's really good for your body. Obviously, like that's just like what that means to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this scoop in. If you look, I have orange juice and I have vanilla almond milk in here. That might sound absolutely disgusting, especially with my collagen and greens, but the orange juice and the almond milk actually taste kind of like an orange Julius. If you mix it together, it's actually really good. I like it a lot. This is also vanilla flavored, so I think it's gonna go really good with almond milk, your orange juices with almond milk, and I think it's really good with water too, but it's up to you. Anyways, drink this every single morning, right after I drink my celery juice. So now we're gonna talk about X Endurance protein powder. One of my favorite things about X Endurance protein powder is, yes, it is delicious, but it's got so much more to it than actual protein. It has so many amino acids in it. It's got vitamin B12, vitamin B6, it's got lactate, it's got BCAAs, it's got so much in it that it's just, yeah, and it tastes delicious. The best time to drink this, in my opinion, is right after workout. As soon as you can get protein in right after your workout, the better. But let's say it's like a day like today where I'm not actually doing like a full workout. You can have it for lunch, you can have it for afternoon snack, or you can have it for dessert, because honestly, it's really good. And just stir it up. You can have it with milk, with almond milk, with water. It's honestly good either way. The last supplement that I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is creatine. I absolutely love creatine. It's very important though, if you are taking creatine, to get a lot of water. If you don't get enough water, you're going to pull a muscle. Believe me, I have been through it. That's what happened to me last year. I stopped taking care of myself and drinking water, and I started getting nice and tight. But if you take care of yourself, you drink water, you're making sure you're doing this in the right doses, it is amazing for you. It helps you grow your muscles quickly. It helps you get really recovered. And honestly, like, your focus is better. I feel like that's when I started seeing my body shred a little bit better. It's so good. One of my favorite ways to take creatine is actually just to do a fun creatine shot. And to do a creatine shot, you take your scoop, you get creatine, best way to take it for sure. My favorite flavor is the Creatine JB. You can also get it unflavored, but if you ask me personally, like, get the Creatine JB. Tastes so, I actually really like it. I think it tastes like sour candy. And the other one, it's not that it doesn't taste like anything, because it still has a flavor, but I just think that Creatine JB is better if you're gonna get it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'm really hoping that you learned a lot about the supplements that I take. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask me some questions. Like this video if you felt like it was informational, if it was helpful, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a moment, and I will see you next time.